Nope. Yep. Nope.
See, the thing is that I could have had this review out about a week ago, but between my primary job, between sleep, between friends visiting town, between friends who are about to leave town, and then I'm also just getting a lot of training, doing a lot of business meetings for an entrepreneurship. Just, that's my fault for being spread so thin, and yeah. But you guys have messaged me numerous times. I've delayed it so many times, but here it is, your review for Nope. Now, this is the third and junior film that is written and directed by comedian slash warped mind of Jordan Peele. And this also stars Daniel Kaluuya, Kiki Palmer, Brandon Perea, Michael Wincott, and Steven Yeun. The story follows the residents of a lonely gulch in inland California as they bear witness an uncanny and chilling discovery. Comedian, writer, director Jordan Peele has definitely proven his strengths in 1. Comedy, 2. The horror genre, and now, for his third feature film, he shows that he's no two-trick pony. Infusing influences of what seems like Steven Spielberg and M. Night Shyamalan, Peele goes just as far as to achieve a spectacle of his own. Now, this is a spoiler-free review. If you guys haven't seen the trailer and was expecting to go into it completely blind, I suggest you click away from this video and go check out the movie for yourself. Otherwise, everything that was shown in the trailer is free game to talk about in detail, so I'm gonna get right into it. Reuniting director and actor from their previous success of Get Out is Daniel Kaluuya, who portrays a character named OJ who comes off quite reserved and observant. What makes his performance just as outstanding as any A-list actors is how much he is able to say through his eyes or his facial expressions without any actual dialogue. There's Kiki Palmer, who plays OJ's sister, Emerald, and she just steals the whole show. I absolutely love her. And it was one thing to grow up and be a fan of her character Penny in the Proud Family, but then she did shows growing up like The Scream Queens and Scream Resurrection that was in the horror genre, and I was just like rolling my eyes watching the trailer. I was like, is she just gonna be that overbearing character? I just can't stand her comedic side. But no, here she is that wild ball of energy, but she is just natural at it. You know, she plays off Daniel Kaluuya's character really well as brother and sister. Brandon Perea was an absolute surprise. Every time this kid comes on screen, you just want to cheer for him. He's the tech kid that helps our main character set up the cameras around the ranch in order to capture the money shot of the UFO, or as he likes to refer to as the UAP. But yeah, I think his personality, his presence just really fits within the dynamic of Kaluuya and Palmer, and that easily makes him a fan favorite. Last but not least, we have Steven Yeun, who plays Ricky, aka Jupe, and I do feel that his role and his story arc felt very scathed above the surface. And this is where I think that the audience might feel a little confused, because although the flashbacks might seem far from relevant of the main story, it is just as important as it plays out to be. What makes this movie one of the best of 2022 is that I love the cinematography in this movie, man. A lot of what we were able to see on screen and what were they able to capture was just awe-inspiring and terrifying all at the same time. And honest to God, I can never look up at the sky the same ever again. When I was trying to figure out what we were really dealing with here based off the trailers, I thought Nope was an acronym for Not of Planet Earth. And then later on, Peele went on an interview to explain that that wasn't his intention, but his intentions were to get people in the audience to watch this movie and then react as Nope, Nope, like in fear type of thing, you know, kind of like Scream. And then that became one of the initial reactions later on in the movie while viewing it. It just got me and my girlfriend just kind of wound it up, and then we just laughed at ourselves afterwards. We're like, wow, didn't see that coming. Unlike Peele's first two films, this does feel like the least in its horror element and more of a sci-fi thriller with some drama and comedy thrown into it. Having said that, I do feel like the reveal of what's really going on in this story might make or break its audience, and that might piss you off, that might entice you. But there are metaphors, allegories, and symbolisms that are not fully realized by the end of the movie. But trust me, it is not as far-fetched as Alex Garland's Men, but in a way, After thinking about it in retrospect, after looking at all the little details and dissecting them, after watching it a week ago, I feel like I'm growing much fonder and a much more appreciation of what this movie really is. As much as I'd love to get into spoilers, there are other YouTube videos for that. And I personally feel that it is important for everyone to experience this movie and its nuances and form your own opinions, because it's gonna really be up to you and how you feel about it, for better or for worse. I would also like to mention that I love how this movie finds a way to honor a lot of the people who work behind the scenes, who are crew members in the entertainment industry, and they work like long, effortful hours that go unnoticed and uncredited. So, although the motivations of our main characters might seem silly on paper, I can completely relate as to why they would want to prove themselves, why they would risk their lives for fame and fortune. In a way, this movie is like Jaws meets Close Encounters with the Third Kind, sprinkled with some influences of King Kong and Signs. Nope is a sensational spectacle that is frightening, hilarious, and thought provoking. By far, one of the most original blockbusters we've gotten this year. Alright, guys, that's all I got to say about that movie. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Look forward to more reviews. I'm Jaren Ugbanawag, and I'll see you guys at the movies. Take care.
Slow? Nope. Train to go? Yep. Your team weak? Nope. You respected in the street? Yep. Shallow? Nope.